as I was sharing in our short, let's talk about inspiring infinite higher human consciousness potential. So that experience can happen when you are a person with secure attachment and restorative embodied self. So you're able to be yourself. And that equates you have a relationship with your 0-1-year-old, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So people who don't know anything about attachment or trauma information in the good way, which means I want to educate you, not give you some trending topic to go ahead and use your baton with, we'll actually try to explain things. So one thing, educators in general empower you with information. I'm woo-woo pseudoscience lady because people that don't have mystical experiences, the sciences and any educator will actually speak to a person such as myself. As you have seen, they also speak to said guru with respect, because that's what grown-ups know how to do to each other. They know healthy self-worth. That's what a grown-up is. An emotional grown-up, I should specify. So emotional maturity, in my book, when I say grown-up, I'm talking about emotionally mature people. It means securely attached person who knows that no one has the power to be responsible. All of these lovely, motivational sentences that teenagers cheer each other on with, and they all have yet to completely recover from a trust break or a trauma break or an attachment wound. And I use these words not in the sense of a clinical way, no, because a clinical person is a therapist who's going to be educating you in a whole different way. I'm a 5D mystic in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, and I'm a functional adult. And I'm here to talk about inspiring your infinite higher human potential. Nothing to do with therapy. Everything to do with human inspiration. You're motivated to be yourself, not the other way around. So I don't actually have a baton for you. What I have is information. And on that note, I make it make sense. No, it either resonates or it doesn't. And that's okay, because again, grown-ups is who I'm talking to. So it's people who don't have a sensitive ego. They're not around like Braveheart, yelling at each other, telling each other how to speak, telling each other how to live life. Those are codependent type teenagers. I'm treating the world like a high school. So all the teenager, I see them, they dress up like princesses and kings. I loved as a child to dress up, and today I still would love that. But I'd go to what is it? I was always thinking about something like that, those dress up parties, because the medieval times, those dresses, although I've been told they're very uncomfortable. So I'm like, you know what, never mind. I think I'm good with just simple clothing. But if I have to have fun, I'd go to a costume party, because I do love dressing up like any grown-up can, and not to dress up in other ways. So let me push that to the side for a minute and back to our topic. I want to share for my polyamory community the importance of secure attachment. Because see, the reason why monoamory is the mononormative, it's because how can I explain this? There's many different things I could explain. That's the whole point. So put to the side religious, cultural, heritage, because those are all biases for people. If you can't put it to the side, you're not an adult yet. It means you're not a spiritual process who's completely whole in yourself yet, because you don't know how to put your own opinion to the side and just listen to someone. So you're left mode, chit-chatters, breaking down what I'm speaking, which means you're not here listening with curiosity, openness, awareness, acceptance, love. No, you're here as a teenager who wants to prove yourself something. So go to the 4D people and go prove the same reality that they're going to give you, the breadcrumbs you're looking for. I don't give you breadcrumbs. That's why my little turnaround doesn't do breadcrumbs. I'm trying to talk to you about infinite higher human consciousness potential experiences. So if you have questions, ask them. I'm happy to answer them. What I was trying to get to is, consensual non-monogamy, for those who don't know what polyamory is. So that means we're okay with loving more than one person. Some of us embody it. It's not necessarily romantic. It just means we have a lot of special bonds. You're not going to be the only one in our life, and you don't get to say anything about it, because that's what securely attached grown-ups. And you can be a teenager and be an emotional grown-up, and it's when you say, I'm here, this is who I am, you're not going to change me, and you take it or leave it, and that's it. And if you don't like it, that's okay, because you're not going to offend me. I'm still myself. That's what it means to be a securely attached, healthy, self-worth person. It's looking somebody in the eyes, not insulting them. They're not a devil, a demon, an evil, or whatever. They can call you all the names in that book. Okay, are you done insulting? You're not really insulting me, but are you done with your stressed out response to what I just said? And I'm going to repeat myself. So now you get to choose. Do you want to hang out or not? Which one is it? I don't have any other equation for you. I'm not going to be able to not be myself. So Either you take me as I am, all of me, or you don't have to, because that's the beauty of all the fish in the sea. So see, teenagers that are emotional grown-ups, by the time they're already teenagers, we don't have envy, jealousy, spite, and any of the revenge stuff, because that's for low self-esteem people who do codependent type relationships and insecure attachment. And this isn't meant to insult anyone, but hurt people who hurt people can get a good therapist and become grown-ups and then have fun with the grown-ups and know that words are words. No one has power over you unless you're emotionally manipulable because you have low self-esteem. And yes, this is a kind of like in, the Back to the Future, where like chicken, but not in the same way. I'm saying you're capable of getting to your secure attachment. You're capable of using your left and right mode. I know you are, because I'm a human and I'm not some genius. No, I'm just a person who chose love, and I don't have shame. That's the difference, though. Yeah, my 3-year-old, no shame, because I didn't get beaten to a pulp when I answered my mother in however many ways, which is why my 3-year-old still comes up. And when it does, I say I'm sorry, like a good grown-up does, and a good person. And it's not because I'm good, it's because that's the right thing to do when you hurt somebody's feelings, to say I'm sorry. Then, if though we're incompatible, you know what a grown-up also knows how to do? Yeah, we're not going to be able to be friends, because if I say shit and you're like, I'm going to be, oh my God, what a pain in my ass. Okay, you know what? Have fun with the teenagers over there who are trying to prove each other mystics and whatever. I'm going to go over there and have fun with other grown-ups that are not mystics, but they'll still tease me and we'll have fun and we can say shit to each other and cursing, and nobody's whining about anything as if the end of the world is here. And believing in conspiracy theories, my gosh, seriously, I never thought that I'd see that many people who think they're smart. Yes, they think they're smart and they believe in conspiracies. I'm going to say, let me plead the fifth. So, consensual non-monogamy can activate the attachment system into primal panic. I want you to understand this. This is important because primal panic actually can create the attachment theory. We need people to survive, so we need to be connected. You have an attachment system, and so do I. So our nervous system equates emotional connection with safety and emotional disconnection with danger or threat. Attachment-related threats include the potential loss of our attachment figure, separation from our attachment figure, or loss of access to them for periods of time longer than we are used to. These threats don't have to be actual to activate the attachment system. Even theoretical or symbolic threats can initiate attachment distress and what is called primal panic, which then can cause panic attacks and other things. So while some people do want to promote polyamory to become the next thing, I, on the other hand, have noticed, like any good, wise person will tell you, before you can even bother loving more than one person, if you don't know how to easily love yourself, we've got a deal here. So let's go back to Peter Levine. So polyamory, one, it's a choice if that's how you feel. I love more than one person. I embody that word very easily, and I put to the side the people who want to call us whores, because they're from the ancient times and they don't actually understand what it means to love. If they did, then they'd know you can't love just one person. The ones who think you can only love one person, they treat people like their possession, and they want secure attachment, which is fair and square because that's our mammalian heritage. So we all have this attachment system. We are a mammalian species. We have alloparenting, actually, so at least about 5 people you'll want to securely attach to, and then you have your teenage years where you'll attach to another community with your societal system. So if you're the ruler of you, all of these things you are aware of, and the sense of self doesn't get distorted or feel, oh, I'm ashamed because my clan doesn't like me. No, it's, wow, my clan, they're differentiated selves, so am I, and I don't need to have their approval. So there's no shame, again, whole 3-year-old heart. It's called being a safe haven, secure base within yourself, which we talk all about it. And that's how you tap into that infinite higher human consciousness potential experience of yourself. But first comes emotional accountability, self-regulation, learning all these things. And if you have trauma that is big trauma and big attachment wounds, then first we want good therapy, or at the very least a good awareness of you to know about your attachment category, style, what traumas, lingering, stuff like that, because it's all implicit, by the way. So it comes up without you knowing it, which is why, as Peter Levine says, it's important to have the beginning, middle, and end, because see, children who grow up with trauma and they don't resolve it, it's never ending. They're reliving their trauma. So they need to understand that they're not evil, Knievel, medieval. When envy, jealousy, spite, or whatever it is comes up in the low self-esteem category, it's healable, but that's with hurt people who hurt people, go to good therapy. So we can help people find secure attachment, grown-up relationships, and then to walk with them and heal trauma seriously, and therefore get heaven in the body and in our lovely plane of existence. Tune in for more.